If you are under 25 years old and you do not have time, then you are cooked. SubhanAllah, like I genuinely mean it. You are cooked. SubhanAllah, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and how was it? Like 1920, right? And I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about Quran or something like that. But he mentioned, like, he doesn't have time. And I started dying of laughter, right? I was like, I was dying of laughter for a nice, like, 20 seconds. And I was like, bro, if we are, like, subhanAllah, we're young now. We don't have, like, many expenses or anything, if any, right? We don't have any, like, responsibility. Like, bro, you probably live with your parents. No responsibilities, no expenses, not married, right? Or even if you are married and got married young, Allahumma barak, then you don't have any kids, right? Then subhanAllah, like, you have, like, this is the time you're gonna have the most. This time of your life is gonna be the time where you have the most time, subhanAllah. Like, this is the most free you're gonna have into the future. Like, you think you're gonna have more time? Like, you really think you're gonna have more time? When you get a job, or when you get married, when you have kids, when you have more responsibilities, more XYZ, families gonna need you more. Not just your wife, but also your parents and your siblings, and subhanAllah, right? And so, okay, what does this actually mean? Like, when we say we don't have time, like, bro, I'm so busy, I don't have time, or anything like that. It really is. Actually, I want to go to this very interesting subhanAllah story from the Prophet ﷺ, where he was in, like, he's in the Medina, like in the city or whatever, the marketplace, whatever it may be, and I'm not sure if it was an old lady or if it was a little girl. I forgot. I heard both of them, but subhanAllah, let's just say little girl. Little girl, subhanAllah, comes to the Prophet ﷺ. It's like, can you help me with this? Can we go shopping with me, like, or something like that? And the Prophet ﷺ follows the little girl for, like, the whole day, subhanAllah, right? Like, basically following her, like, holding the stuff, like, whatever it is, subhanAllah. This is the Prophet ﷺ. Like, okay, if there was anybody who was, like, actually busy, it would be the man, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had the mission of literally spreading Islam worldwide, subhanAllah. Right? He's in the middle of, the mushrikeen of Quraysh, subhanAllah, like, battles and, taking care of the Sahaba. He's like the governor, the judge, teacher, husband, father, like grandfather, even, subhanAllah, right? Like, all of these roles. If there was anybody who had no time, it would be him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rather, he had 24 hours also. We have 24 hours also. It won't help us if we had an extra hour, if we had a 25th hour, right? That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we need. But rather, the cure to this, like, how do you actually make, obviously it's about making use of your time. And this comes down to, actually, the ayah in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he says, what is it? عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ وَأَخَّرَتْ. Right? Every single soul will know what it put forward and what it held back. What does that mean, like, put forward and held back? Every soul will know what it put forward towards the akhirah and what it held for the dunya. Right? SubhanAllah, also, if you think about it, every single human being, like, all of us, we have, like, unlimited desires, right? We want to be like a quadrillionaire. We want to have, like, if we could snap our fingers and just say, like, yeah, we'd be a quadrillion. I don't know, have all the money in the world, have really nice cars, nice, big family, wife, multiple wives, a lot of children, whatever it may be. SubhanAllah, a lot of friends, a lot of impact in the world. I don't know, even maybe just, like, having a garden. I don't know, like, just, like, you would have, like, a infinite amount of things that you would want. But subhanAllah, you only have a finite amount of time to do that. We have a finite life, right? The Prophet ﷺ said 60 to 70 years is the average lifespan of my ummah, right? So you only have these, 60 to 70 years. Even before that, even after that, right? You have a limited amount of years for you to achieve your unlimited list of wants, subhanAllah. So how does that work then? How does life work then? You have the very top of the top things that you prioritize, whether it's for, like, survival, I guess, like food, water, sleep, stuff like that. And then you have, like, the non-negotiable, like, your responsibilities, basically. For a lot of people, it's, oh, like, every day, like, I have to, like, go to school, or I have to go to work, or I have to spend time with like, do stuff for my family, or I have this responsibility, or I'm on the basketball team, or whatever it may be. Whatever priorities you put up there, those are your top priorities. They get done every single day, right? And every day you have a limited amount of time in the day, but you want to finish everything in the day, but obviously you have to go to sleep and then wake up again if Allah gives you life. So you keep on going through life through these responsibilities and this task list and your desires list, or whatever you want to call it. And then at some point, Malakul Maut comes and, he takes your soul, and you get cut off from the things that you wanted to do. This is called the skill of prioritization, right? Somebody who wanted to memorize the Quran, for example. Somebody who wanted to memorize the Quran. Oh, I want to become hafiz, I want to memorize the Quran, the fada'il, the benefits of, or fada'il, what's the definition of fadl? Like the rewards of, like, becoming, like, being a person of the Quran, right? Ahlul Quran. You have this want, but you have it low on your priorities list, right? Your immediate priorities are just like work and just come back home and like rest, which means scroll and lay down, and then eating junk food, and then going with your friends to, I don't know, do whatever. Like, those are your real priorities. Even though, like, in your head you might have the priority, oh, number one priority is, like, be productive and Quran and whatever, family time. Those are what you say, your priorities are. But in actuality, like, your actions are saying that your priorities are scrolling. Like, if you look at your screen time. You might say health is the number one priority. Well, like, what are you eating, bro? Like, how are you sleeping? Are you even consistently, like, training? Oh, no, I train bodybuilding. Bro, forget about bodybuilding. Are you, like, training your heart, bro? Are you doing, like, running? Can you cardio? Can you literally run for a mile without being tired? Like, bro, actually, this is something that, like, I don't understand, subhanAllah. What, like, all these guys, subhanAllah, nowadays, it's just literally only bodybuilding machines and just training for, like, physique. Like, bro, it actually kills me, subhanAllah. Bro, you can't run. You can't make ruku' properly like this, bro. Go get, you see those weights that you're holding in the gym? I'm going so fast, subhanAllah. I'm getting so, it's like that. You see those weights that you have in the gym? Go do a Jefferson curl and stretch your hamstring so you can make proper ruku' in your salah, bro. If the salah is number one priority for you, right? SubhanAllah, like, even the hadith of, SubhanAllah, perfecting your salah, like perfecting your sujood, perfecting your ruku', that's you're fully straight, right? SubhanAllah. But having the proper priorities, your actions need to reflect your priorities, and if they are not, you need to reflect on yourself and say, why are my actions not reflective of my true priorities? I want to really, like, increase in deen, but what am I even doing to increase, bro? I'm just having the same, like, autopilot salawat. I'm praying, like, Fajr late, and I haven't increased in salah at all. I haven't done any extra sunnahs. I haven't tried to increase in my khushu' is basically the same as last year. My Arabic, I don't know Arabic still, like, the same level as last year. Like, where are you, like, فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ? Where are you going, subhanAllah? Where are you going? Right? You really need to reflect. And this is something, a reoccurring theme that I see with a lot of, subhanAllah, brothers our age, is that you're kind of just going through life, like, with emotions. You're just too preoccupied with, like, the ajila. كَلَّا بَلْ تُحِبُّونَ الْعَاجِلَ وَتَذَرُونَ الْآخِرَةَ. Right? I'm not translating that verse, I'm just, like, taking an extraction from it. That, you're so focused on what's in front of you right now, like the instant gratification almost. You can literally translate that, instant gratification. And you forget about, like, the akhirah, what's coming later. You forget about the long-term vision. You forget about, subhanAllah, your real priorities. You're too focused on what's happening right now. You need to zoom out and look at how your life has been going for the past couple of months. That's why it's very important to, subhanAllah, retrospect. For me personally, I've been journaling, subhanAllah, for, like, what's the math? October 2021, and right now is July 1st. So it's like 4 years, almost 5 years, 4.5 years, something like that. It's around 4.5 years, like, every day basically. I mean, there's times where I kind of stop for a little bit or whatever, but most of the time, like, almost every single day. You can tell me a date between the last, like, couple of years, and I can tell you either what I did or, like, my journal entry, whatever it may be. Why? And something that people ask me sometimes, like, okay, like, what are the main benefits of, like, you've been drilling for so long, like, what have you, like, how does it benefit you? And for me, honestly, one of the biggest benefits is just being self-aware. Like, every day I have to reflect on the day. I have to sit down before I go to sleep and say, okay, was today good or bad? Like, the way I even do it is, like, I rate the day out of 10, right? Like, I'm grading it like a teacher, subhanAllah. And then I'll put three flaws, things I could have improved on, 3 things, alhamdulillah, for. If I have a lesson of the day, I'll put a lesson of the day, subhanAllah. And for a lot of times, I'll write down what I did. So I woke up and I did Fajr and Quran and whatever, right? I'll write down everything I did. And a lot of times I see the same patterns. This is something like I've gotten for myself from journaling all these years. 3 flaws were X. 3 flaws were X. 3 flaws were X. I have the same same flaw for like days, weeks on end, bro. And it like pisses me off that I'm writing down the same thing like an NPC. And then I fix it. Eventually I fix it, subhanAllah. Right? So you must be self-aware of your priorities and how your life is it aligning with those priorities? Where are you going? Right? Are you taking initiative? Are you being active or passive? Right? Like you get busy, like, this happened, I can't do this anymore. Like, are you a victim almost? Like, are you not taking initiative in your day, or are you taking the day by its neck, by its, taking like the reins and like dictating how your day goes? Obviously, yes, things happen, and you're not gonna always have a 100% day, but you have to be proactive, not reactive. Right? You must be proactive, not reactive, and taking care of your time. Like, subhanAllah, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Iltanim khamsan qabla khams." Right? Take care of 5 before 5. What are these 5? Your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, your time before you're busy, and your life before your death. SubhanAllah, like all of the I really love this hadith because it applies like so much for like young Muslim guys, because like your youth before your old age, like you have your youth, you have your health, you have your time, you have your wealth. Oh no, I'm broke, bro. Okay, like, bro, like you don't have expenses, bro. Honestly, like you can have like $0 in your bank account and kind of be chilling for like a little bit, right? But if you're married, had kids, expenses, whatever, then okay, you're gonna be kind of cooked. SubhanAllah, right? Like with all of this, it's so imperative. Like, if you think you don't have time now, you're gonna have like absolutely 0 time like in the future, and you must be like accountable. You must hold yourself to hold yourself accountable. I'm not saying, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time, but saying like, okay, why don't I have time? Like, where is my time going? SubhanAllah, taking a reset and like literally tracking time. Bro, I literally have it on my phone too. SubhanAllah. I remember like a couple years. Actually, I was just literally doing this for the last couple of days also, but slightly different. But I would literally track down every minute of like a day. Like, I literally have it on my phone. I can like open up on my Apple Notes, subhanAllah, like 6/26/2024 or whatever the date was, and I would say, okay, woke up at 5:41 and then did this and then this, and like 5:41 to 6:13 this, like I have literally that on my phone, subhanAllah. Now I don't go that extreme, but like every 30 minutes tracking down every single, like what did I do in that 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes is like a pretty like decent like time thing, and you see where your time is going. Okay, honestly, like, why did I take up so much time to do this? Low-key, I was just like, I wasted like basically an hour, 2 hours just because I was a little bit lazy, and I was tired. I came back home from work and I was tired. So instead of like just taking a quick nap for like 20-30 minutes, I kind of was just laying on my bed and scrolling, or like just laying down watching a video, pretending like I was gonna get, like hoping that I was gonna get more energized, but I didn't really get energized, right? You actually get feedback, and then you can fix it the next day. You see that, honestly, I low-key scroll at the same time every day. It's like always 1 p.m. like when I get tired, or it's always like right when I come, like right before going to sleep, or like you see your patterns, and then from there, like the first step of every problem is understanding what the problem is, and then you can now solve that problem. You say, okay, why do I always stick a little bit like a more personal, like somebody who, subhanAllah, like let's say looks at haram videos, right, like porn. Okay, you're addicted to it. Okay, like what is the pathway? Like how does it actually work? Okay, I come back home, like you when you take like what do you call it? Track your time like for like just a day, 2 days, 3 days, right? You track your time. You see in that 3 days there's a pattern. Yo, I come home from school, and then I'm tired, so I lay on my bed, and I open up Instagram, and then I'm like scrolling a little bit, and my feed is a little bit cooked, and I see like some woman, and then I get like triggered, and then you see the pattern, subhanAllah, and then you can now, okay, how can I break this pattern? Oh, okay, instead of going on Instagram when I'm tired from thingy, maybe I can just take a nap. Maybe I can just sit with my family. Maybe I can just call like my friend and just talk to him. Like, this is kind of refreshing to talk to a friend, right? You have alternatives now, right? And also one important thing is routine, is structure. I love the word structure, but let's just say routine. Having structure to your day, having a routine. And routine, you think, oh no, I can't have a routine. Like, bro, like my day changes and this and that. Like, bro, like actually, when I ask people, because I love asking these types of questions. Like, yo, what do you do? Like, what's your daily routine? People always say, oh, it's always different and this and that. I'm like, yeah, it's always different, but like you have a general pattern, like, or you generally wake up within like a 3 hour, 3 hour time range. Even if it's inconsistent, it's within like 3 hour time range. You probably, if you wake up late, it's probably between like 11 and 1. Right? Oh, you sleep late. It's like between like 11 and 1 else. What the heck? People are fried. But anyway, so like you have a general idea. Oh, you wake up. You usually like pray Fajr and eat, and then like scroll a little bit, and then like maybe your mom tells you to do something. Like you have a general like once you try, and this is why I love like this is probably like the practical step that you can do after this video, is to just track your day, like 30 minutes. So like okay, let's say you wake up at 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, all the way until like the time you go to sleep, right? And then just track your day. Okay, 5 to 5:30, I woke up and I prayed Fajr at the masjid. Okay, 5:30 to 6, I was praying Fajr, I did my adhkar, and I started some Quran and did whatever. Okay, I came back home and I ate, and then etc. Right? Track that. At the end of the day or after the end of the 3 days or whatever you want, you can look back at your day and say, okay, this is where my time went. How can I improve it? Even if, let's say that was like 70% like productive, which honestly is probably like 40, like even for myself, it's probably like 40% productive, then the next day you can come and say, yo, to make it just 50 or 60, right? I can low-key, those 2 hours that I wasted after Dhuhr, instead of going on my phone on Instagram, I can just like take a 30-minute nap, and then I can get back to doing something productive, right? Having data and having like clarity in terms of like what do you actually do in a day helps you actually be more productive in the day. Like when you try to be more productive without knowing like what you're doing, what are you even doing that's unproductive, or what can you do, like where are the time gaps and all that, you just like live your life like a rat in a wheel. What do you call it? Like a mouse wheel, whatever you call it. You just live like that and you never progress. But when you have feedback in terms of like what you've been doing, good feedback and bad feedback, then you do more of the good stuff and you do less of the bad stuff, and that's how you eventually improve, and that's how you gain more time, because you focus on more of the big movers. You focus on the needle moving things in your day, right? You focus on the 80-20, right? In terms of your training, in terms of your deen, in terms of your studies, in terms of your work, whatever it may be. So you focus on those things. So yeah, that's basically it. So basically, if you don't have time nowadays, it's really just a prioritization thing. Something I've recently been saying, like to myself, is like prioritization is a skill. Prioritization is a skill. That's kind of like the skill of getting more time, right? Remember how I talked about the ayah, and like everybody has an infinite amount of wants, but a limited amount of time. You must ruthlessly take away all that 80% junk that like you don't want at the top, and you must ruthlessly put the 20% at the top, right? The non-negotiables. That's why you must have non-negotiables with Quran if you really want to like become from Ahlul Quran. If you really want to get to Jannah, get to Firdaus, right? You have to make it a priority to increase in your deen, to take care of your deen, because if you're not taking care of it, it's slowly just diminishing, right? With your time, if you're not taking care of it, it's leaving you, right? If you choose, this is also something that I think about often, when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to a bunch of other things. But when you say no to something, then you can potentially say yes to another, right? like exactly this list of things. When you say no to this, you can say yes to this, right? You must prioritize and must be ruthless with it, and you must be honest, right? You must be honest with yourself. Okay, in my mind, I want to focus on Arabic and Quran, but I'm not really focusing on them. Why? Look at the time audit, right? Look at your subhanallah your day, and then be ruthless about it. Get feedback. If it works, good. You stick to it. If not, okay, why didn't it work? Oh, because of this. Okay, what if I fix this tiny thing? Okay, now it works. Oh, okay, it still doesn't work. Okay, let me think of a new solution for that, subhanAllah, right? So this is how you actually take care of your time. Number one, you have to like actually see where your time is going, right? It's like, oh, like I want to like save more money, right? But you don't check your bank account. Like, bro, you're trolling. You're cooked, right? See where your time is going. Journaling or this, I would say like just go on your Apple Notes, 536 or whatever, and just write periodically throughout the day what you did, and then from there you just improve. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.